You're welcome, guys. You're so much welcome, everyone. Comment below. Let me know how many of you are in here. Just comment below. How many of you are in this house today with me? I was here yesterday and J5 made my live so lively yesterday. So everyone is welcome. Once you join, drop a comment. Let me know how many of you are here. I want us to talk about these 13 things that we should avoid if we want to be rich. I'm feeling so tired today. CLD, sketch. I'm very good. What's of you? I hope you're well. Yesterday I was here and I promised that today I'd be here again. And double tap your screen at least to give me a like. So today I want us to talk about these 13 things to avoid for you to become rich. It is an open platform for everyone. You can comment your suggestion, your questions. You're free to ask here. And you're most welcome. You're all welcome. Today I had a very tiring day. But because I had promised you guys that I would be here today, I couldn't have failed you guys. Because you're my people, you're my guy, my guy. So how many of you are in here? We have Sketch. You're so much welcome and thank you for joining. So any questions before we begin? Do you have any questions, guys? So Nikhil, is it Nikhil? Yes. How are you? How are you? You're welcome. Thank you for joining. You're saying that I am in C. What is this? In Sears. Mind power. Gravity, thank you so much. Nikhil, I'm doing well. I'm pretty fine. I hope you are having a great day. Thank you for double tapping your screen. Guys, I don't know how I want to say thank you to you guys. I'm so happy. Oh, Gravity is asking, where are you from? I'm from Kenya. That is, it is in the East Africa. Where are you watching me from? Gravity, Nikki. Nancy, you're welcome. I'm so happy to see you here today. How are you? Gravity, thank you for joining. You're from Florida. Thank you so much. Dangote, I'm fine. Niko poa sana. Wewe uko aje? Oh, my friend Azuka, thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So, good, thanks. Hope everyone here is well. I hope so. If you have a problem, tell us here. But I hope everyone is okay. Gravity want to visit Africa? Thank you. You can come here. You can visit us here in Africa. You can visit my country, Kenya. Guys, enter up your screen, guys. I was here yesterday. If you are here, if you were with me here yesterday, we were talking about... How many of you can remember if you were here yesterday? So, Fred, you're fine. Pia mimi niko salama. Nashukuru Mungu. Have you ever been to the US? No, I've never visited the US. I would love to visit. Azuka, Kenya is fine. Do you want to pay a visit here? Oh, Dangote, you were not here yesterday. You missed out something nice. We were talking about the mentalities that will keep you poor. Amar, how are you doing? You're welcome. Thank you for joining. Fred, you want to go with me in the US? Yes, I will carry friend. Who else wanna join me? At least we can visit some of you here. I would love to do business with you guys from all parts of the world. And I will come with a friend. So you're asking about, so what do you learn about US in school? United States? The winter and the summer parts. We don't experience that much here. About the winter being so cold to an extent of seeing even the ice. I don't know. I would love to experience that. At least here in Kenya we have seasons. We have the rainy seasons and the sunny seasons. Fred, you missed out yesterday. Umetokea Murima. You're from Murima, si ndio? Thank you so much, friend. Miraculous TV, it's been long. How are you? We've not yet started. At least we are getting to know each other. And please, guys, double tap your screen to give me just a like. Dangote. I am focused. I want to focus. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. So at least let's talk something small as we are getting to know each other. So Gravity, you're asking, what do you think about the slave trade? Do you all study about how the slaves were brought to the US and sold? What is your perspective on that? I think that we learn in our program, that is history, of which that was not even my favorite subject. But we learned about the slave trade, about the is it colonization? Yes. You guys colonized us. And how the children were used to be enticed with sweets. Then, how do we call the kutekwa nyara? Friend, nisaidie hapo. What is kutekwa nyara in English? Essie, how are you? Koaje mami? Thank you for joining. So about the slave trade, we used to we learned that about the slave trade, women used to be raped. That is why we have blacks in the US. That's history. But not only in the US, we also have the European countries. I'm not so much into that. I don't know more about that. The history, I did geography. SC, thank you so much for joining. We want to talk about things that we should avoid for us to become rich. Yes, friend. Nairobi. I don't disclose where, specifically where. Let me just keep that to myself for some purposes. Gravity, I'm Black American, and it's a shame. Oh, what's this? Shame you. whenever, or whatever there. So can't trace our ancestral back to our African families. Yes, because people were kidnapped. Yes, I was looking for that name. We used to see that women were enforced to, they used to get raped, the kids being kidnapped, the men being also being kidnapped and come to work as slaves in the, I don't know. Let me just leave that because that is not what I'm about to say here. Friend, you're joking too much. Let's talk about, we have these 13 things you need to avoid. And the reason as to why we struggle financially, it's because you're asking about my business. What business do I have? I do sell households. I also teach you guys here. If you visit my YouTube channel, you'll get to know what I usually do here. Our shop, we have 2 shops in Nairobi. One is located at Kamukunji Mukore building. The other one is at Githurai 45, G Town, near the railway station. Pratap, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. You're from which country? I'm from Kenya. Gravity, you're asking what do I teach? I teach about business, so I come up with some business ideas, how you can grow your business, how at least you can manage your finances in terms of how you live. So I also talk about budgeting, anything that entails business. You do business. Can we invest? We have in different investing forms. Personally, I don't invest for people, but I also invest. Here we invest on maybe on billboards here in Kenya. You can invest in money market funds. Yes. But personally, I can't. Personally, I'm not in a position whereby I can maybe get some money to invest for someone. I hope you're getting my point. I'm not yet to that. Yes, I do teach about businesses, but I can't do every business. I can't be in the hotel field, that is the hospitality field. I can't be teaching about agribusiness. I can't be selling households. I can't be doing everything in general. But I only teach things that happen to all those businesses in terms of investments, in terms of selling households, in terms of buying lands and properties and selling them. So in general about business, there are these things that usually happens to every business, and that is exactly what I usually teach about. Pratap, okay, can you provide loan to invest? It's a big process. Maybe that one you can see me aside. Host, unanilenga nitakuja Kamukuji ni sawa tu. Kukugotea tu. Mi si baya haki. Oh, friend, sometimes you have to, at least, lazima kwingine nikae serious. You know you can't keep, hatuwezi, lazima tu focus kidogo. Sijakulenga. So I'm not, sikurengi in short. Do you teach about import exports? I would like to export goods to your country. About the import and exports. Okay, to be frank, I can't say that I would teach exactly what really happens, but maybe I can refer you to someone that can do that for you. If I tend to tell you that you're supposed to do this way and that way, maybe I would lie to you. Or maybe have the wrong information. But I have people that can that usually deal with that. They can even teach you. They deal with specific products and how they import them and what you're supposed to expect when you're importing those processes. And your pronunciation is very accurate. Thank you so much, Pratap. Thank you so much. Sasa IG yako ni gani? IG. Instagram mama. I'm trying to come up with something that will basically help people in terms of business. For now, I've not specified that this is exactly what I want to deal with. I'm still in the beginning, actually. I'm trying to figure out how I can manage to do I can't do everything. Basically, I can't lie to myself that I can do everything, but at least I would love to cover some of the fields, like for the export and the imports, the what you're supposed to expect, and I like doing it out of experience, because I want to tell you the truth, what really happens there. So speaking out of experience, I find it to be something nice. On Instagram, you can find me on Instagram as Mokami Joy, on TikTok as Joy Mokami. Yes, I don't have any other platform. Yes, and on Facebook, I have 3 accounts on Facebook. Joy Mokami Mokami. There is Mokami Joy, and another one, my personal account, that is Joy Mokami Mwendia. Pratap is telling me to try to figure out documentation and certifications needed for import and exports. I would like to do some business. Yes, I will do more research about that. Yes, I have even to screenshot this one. I will give you a feedback. That is Pratap. Thank you so much for coming up with this. Yes, those are some of the things that I should do some research about them, and also I would love to engage myself into exportation of some products. And before, in any business, as a beginner, I usually tell people, you begin this business, it fails, you learn a lesson. You beginning that business again, you're not beginning it from scratch. You're beginning it from a lesson learned. Bablu, you're welcome. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. We think to ourselves that we can't be rich because of the excuses that we give to ourselves. Maybe you don't have enough capital. Maybe you underestimate yourself. We have different reasons. Maybe you tell yourself, I don't have this, I'm not educated. Those are some of the reasons as to why you cannot even become rich. And your mentality is the trigger of everything. So if you think to yourself that you can't be rich, for sure you will not be rich. Business is already happening. We just have to jump and swim in business ocean and catch some fishes. Oh, what do you sell? Pratap, what do you sell? Or what type of business are you operating? So we have this only one thing that holds people back. The reason as to why you're not even progressing in life, because becoming rich and becoming wealthy is a process. And the one thing that holds people back, it is only this one thing: ego. Just only ego. We have different egos. Me too, I have some of the egos that I usually want to check up on them and work out on them. Pratap, there is a lot of goods and services we have at cheapest cost, which we can export to your country. Okay, which goods? Pratap, which goods? And where are you from actually? This seems to be kinda interesting. You know, it is very okay. Okay, we usually say maybe I don't have any ego. We say that the reason as to why we are not progressing in life, the main issue is ego. And I know some of you here might disagree with me and say, oh, I don't have ego. Let me tell you, you have ego. Me too, I didn't know whether I have any ego until I came to learn about this. Egos that I'm about to mention here. Bankster, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. We are talking about some of the financial some of the things that we should avoid for us to become rich. J5, you're here. I'm so happy to see you. You are with me here yesterday. How are you? So what am I saying, Bankster? I'm so happy to see you here today. Thank you so much for joining. It's really nice to meet you again, J5. I was with you here yesterday, and I promised that today I would be here. Pratap, I think I've asked you a question. What type of goods? What type of goods are you dealing with, and where are you from? I don't know, this name sounds like you're from kinda India, I don't know, but you can tell us. So, J5, today we are talking about things to avoid for us to become rich. Basically, you can start from anywhere. What matters it is how you take things and how you plan to grow and put everything into actions. And I have said people usually find it to be so awkward to continue or to grow, or they are lazy, in short. And what usually holds people back, it is ego. Everyone has ego. Guys, you have to agree with me that everyone has ego, and maybe you don't know that's your ego. So I want us to talk about these 13 egos that holds us back from growing. Pratap, yes, you're from India. Goods we have to figure out what your country need. Okay, in Kenya we have, let me say we have everything. For cars we have, okay, I don't think that is something that we usually lack, but we look for those opportunities. We try to identify the needs. So what can you offer? Pratap, I would love to know, what can you offer? What solution can you give to the people of Kenya? Because I can't say that we lack this in Kenya. We have the same products that maybe you might be thinking to transport, it's there. It's already there. So we usually learn how to run our business even in the presence of our competitors. I hope you're getting my point. J5, you didn't have to say that. She wants to start exporting goods, maybe to Africa. I think she is a he. I just guessing. I don't know. He's a he. He's trying to expertise or to get to know what type of business maybe he can be doing to export and import goods from India to East Africa, maybe to Kenya. So he's doing some survey, of which that is very important. Before you start any business, there must be some research. So take it easy on him. J5. Pratap, I have some amount of money which I can invest in import and export, and what product your country need, what we have to research on. You can research through online. You interact with people from East Africa. To be specific, if you want to, okay, you can interact with people on social media. We have Facebook. A lot of people are on Facebook. A lot of people are on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Go through the comment section. You can also be typing things that they, okay, you can comment, you can be even commenting for you to get to know what people need in Africa. Let me say so. You can also pay a visit in Kenya, in Uganda, in Rwanda maybe, in Tanzania. So you can pay a visit where you want to do business. Because these businesses, we are not starting new businesses that doesn't exist. You have to keep in mind that they are competitors. So what matters it is the solution. What problem are you solving to the people? So you have to make your business, you have to search for those compelling needs. You have to compel those needs for your customers to need them. So research is very important. I have no idea of import and exports, but always dream to be exporter. Yes, we have these we have apps. Maybe we have the social media is there to sort you out. Actually, Pratap, the social media is here to sort you out. We have these Facebook groups. You can be typing, you can be looking for those export and import groups. You get to learn. Look for those people that talk about that. Export and import of goods and everything. Yes, you will get to learn a lot. People even usually comment, this is what I did, this is what I did. They give their testimony, so you learn from them. It isn't that hard. Do you have a three-wheeler in your country? If yes, which company? Three-wheeler. That is the tuk-tuk. The three-wheeler, you mean these, what do we call them? In Kenya, we call them tuk-tuk. The one that looks like motorbikes, but 3 wheels. Yes, we have tuk-tuk in Kenya. Different companies, especially in Mombasa. Yes, you can visit us there. Most of, I think I usually see those motorbikes and tuk-tuk. You find them mostly in Mombasa, Kenya. They are there. Pratab, is it Bajaj? What is Bajaj? I don't know. J5, yes, you can ask. You can ask whatever you want to ask. So we've said the first thing is the blame ego. So these are some of the things that holds us back. We've said the key point is the ego. And let me begin by saying the blame ego. The blame ego is whereby you find yourself blaming everyone and anyone. You fail to start a business, you start blaming yourself. I don't have this. My parents are like this. They are doing this to me. You find yourself every time you are always blaming someone. You're not going to school because you see that, because that is where now the problem comes in. So stop blaming people. That's an ego. Today I didn't cook because I didn't have this. Whereas there are some other options. So let me see. Pratap, Bajaj is Indian company and we are big exporter in South Africa. Oh, so it's the name of a company. I didn't know. Is this my real hair? No? This is a man-made hair. I don't know. We call it wig in Kenya. Faulad, you're here. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, Pratap, yes, I will. You've said the name of the company is Bajaj from India. Okay, I will Google that. I have even to write it somewhere. Let me do some screenshots. Everyone is fine, Fauland. Thank you for joining. Yes, I want to be honest. Just double tap your screen if you've not double tapped your screen to give me a like. Thank you so much, J5. You're welcome, Pratap. I don't have to lie to people. Why do I have to lie? If I don't know something, I usually say I don't know something about this. If I am not sure of it, I will just do the research, get to know about it. Yes, if it's actually, how can I find you? Ah. Hi. Okay, it's fine, Follad. I hope now I'm trying. It's Follad. Pronouncing your name. So we usually blame, we have this blame ego whereby we blame, maybe we can blame even the government. Like for now in Kenya, we are experiencing a lot of high taxes. So you find some people, they don't want to start those businesses. They don't want to do anything because, oh, we have high taxes. At the end of the day, you will need your basic needs. You will need to invest. You will need to buy, maybe you will want to go for vacations. Are you going to steal? No. But why are you blaming anyone? For the taxes, we are experiencing high taxes in Kenya. But that does not hinder us from operating businesses. We have to cope up with everything and make sure that business is business. We are facing a lot of inflation in Kenya. So we don't have any rights to keep on blaming the government of Kenya. No, we don't have to do that. Stop blaming anyone for your actions. So the blame ego, you just need to avoid that. Make sure that that is not something that is operating within you. So you have to check up on it and make sure that you're avoiding it. That is why you will have to, that is why you have the idea of meeting new people. You are going to meet these people that are doing much better than you, because you don't have to blame anyone, not even you yourself. Don't blame yourself, don't blame anyone. So if you find yourself you're always complaining and blaming people, I hope you've gotten my points. Pratap, yes, and you may get best from God, I wish. Amen. I'm a Christian, so that's why I'm saying amen, amen, amen. You can bring change in your country. I wish you will succeed. In Jesus' name, amen. I will succeed. Thank you so much for the encouragement. My aim is to become better. My aim is to become better each and every day. I don't want to be like the way I looked yesterday, I don't want to look the same today and the day that is coming. So creating wealth, it's a process. It's a process. We learn, we go, we try, we fail, we wake up again, we learn. It is a process to become rich, for you to become wealthy. And I usually say there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich, I would say in simple terms, is whereby you can be able to afford a good life. You can pay your rent, you can buy a good house, you can do everything nice, but maybe you're not even concentrating on investing. So you don't earn money. You don't earn money from different sources of income, unlike a wealthy person. So you see, you can see someone that is employed working in a certain bank, very rich. They are very rich. But what if that work isn't there anymore? Can they struggle financially? That's what makes the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being wealthy, you have different sources of income. You invest in this platform, you invest in money market funds, in bill bonds, in treasury bonds, in everywhere. You have many businesses, and if you get to see these wealthy people, most of them, they are not employed, but they have several businesses. They have invested their money in companies. They have invested their money. They have a lot of investments. Pratap, you can bring change in your country, yes. That's the difference in your country, because here people take their own responsibility and do business and job according to their limits. But each and everyone is trying to contribute something. So are you limited? Do you have working hours? Pratap, do you have working hours? Here we work. We work every time. Every time. If you want to work 24 hours, that's fine. Like maybe in the US and the UK and other countries, I don't know. You work, well, maybe you're not supposed to work for these hours. For these hours, maybe you're limited. You're limited in terms of hours. In Kenya, we work 24/7. If you want to work day and night, that's fine. But if you have employed some people, I usually see people working from 8 a.m. to maybe 5 p.m. So that's the whole day. Yes, for your country, trying to contribute in Indian economy. Yes, we have working hours according to a job type. You see, that's the difference here. if I have my own business, if I want to open it from Sunday to Sunday, that's fine. If I want to open it for the whole of 24 hours, if I can manage that, that's fine. So long as I'm paying taxes, that's fine. And you have the right documents, the licenses, and everything that is needed in business, that's okay. We are not limited in terms of time here in Kenya. Maybe if you're working for the government, we have these working hours then from 8 to 5 p.m. or 9 to 3 p.m. And of course on weekend, that is on Sunday. Our weekend here is on Sunday. You cannot find any government. Okay, some maybe the bigger ones. If it's for an hospital, maybe the bigger hospitals, you can find them open. But for some offices, you cannot find a government office being opened on a Sunday. If it's on a Saturday, it's maybe some few hours, then it's closed. We have another ego that is called know-it-all ego. So you know everything. If you find yourself like you feel like you know everything, that's an ego. No one can teach you anything. No one can tell you to do this. No one can tell you because you feel like you know everything. No one knows it. No one knows it all. We keep learning from today to the other day, day to day. The moment you start telling yourself, I cannot listen to a certain mentor, I cannot follow a certain program, I cannot read books, you're just, maybe you're telling yourself that you know it all. You see these wealthy people, you will find them reading magazines, reading newspapers, you'll find them reading books. You will wonder, these people, they are not even studying, they are not in school, but they are still reading books because they want to get that knowledge. And knowledge can be acquired in all forms. You can be listening to podcasts. So if you find yourself telling yourself you cannot do all those things, you're just lying to yourself that you know everything. And that's an ego that keeps you poor. You cannot progress when you feel like you know it all. Pratap, yes, we have working hours. That's fine. Yes, you have to do more hard work, and that's fine. Because if you want to make your country rich, then you have to do something now, and that's called hard work. Good, keep it up. Yes, not only for your country. You have to. No one will come to give you food, shelter, and clothing. And that is why we all have 24 hours, but we have wealthy people and poor people. All what matters it is how you manage your time. And for you to be someone that is somewhere, you have to be a risk taker. So when it comes to time or doing anything, you don't do it for your government, you don't do it for anyone, do it for yourself. Others will benefit from it. That's amazing, Pratap. Yes, you grow as you as a person, you grow, you lift up your country. That's fine. And that's why Lamborghini do advertisement in magazines, not on television, because Lamborghini knows rich people do reading instead of wasting time in front of entertainment. Yes, there is nothing wrong with being entertained, but how we choose to do our lives, that is what differs. I've said we all have 24 hours. There is these people that value, or they feel like they take so much time in the entertainment sector, leaving the hard work or leaving the other important things, let me say so, they seem to be boring. Imagine sitting down reading a book. Is it not boring? It is, but we have to do so. We have to read those books. We have to listen to this podcast. Sometimes they are very boring, but you have to, because you want to acquire the knowledge. That is where the knowledge is. Yes. You'll find a very rich person reading a newspaper, reading a magazine. Yes, that is where the important things, that is where the important information is. If you want to have some fun, there is nothing wrong with having fun, but limit yourself. Know how you manage things. Yes, there is nothing wrong with doing your things the way you want to, but if you want to become wealthy, there are some things that you need to sacrifice. There is nothing wrong with having fun. There is nothing wrong with reading magazines, but we are different. So for those that want to be rich, for those that want to be wealthy, you take your time, you invest your time where you want. Yes. That's why that's how Lamborghini thinks, and not me. But to be frank, how many of us usually take magazines to read? And a magazine is kinda expensive, compared even to a newspaper. Newspaper, these are the things that usually happens daily. Maybe someone won a lottery in the evening, maybe at around 10 p.m. The following day, 8 a.m., the newspaper is out. But for the magazines, it usually takes time, but it has important information. Like for me, I can't remember the last time I took a magazine to read. I won't lie about that. The last time I took a magazine to read, I can't remember when was that. But I usually read books. For the newspaper, I usually get to at least peruse as I am going here and there. And the digital marketing, the digital has brought something to it. Has brought the how do I say this one? The digital, that is the online, the social media platforms have made everything easier. Because if I want to know what happened in 1954, I just go to my Google search, I search whatever I want to see there. If I want to know about Lamborghini, I just go to the Google search and I type whatever I want to know about them. If I want to know how to do something, I just go to the YouTube and search this. So the social media has taken it over. But we have to live with it, because that is where now, that is the digital field that we are. That is the digital world that we are in. So we have to take whatever is there. It's not like maybe in the years 2000s there, the 2000s, the 1990s, everything is different. So we take what the world is giving us, because you cannot do the advertisement right now. Let me give a frank example. Like you can think of marketing your products, but through the social media you can get many viewers compared to where you can market your products in a newspaper. Like the Gen Zs, I don't know how many of them take those newspapers to read. The millennials, you'll used to see them take those magazines and put them on their houses. You'll see them just putting them in their houses or doing other things. with those newspapers. They don't mind what they don't have even the knowledge of even thinking to read those newspapers. But again, at least those newspapers were useful those days, not like today. What do amen means? I don't know. Like this one, it is like you're saying, yes, let it happen. Amen, amen. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know how you pronounce that in India. I don't think. Are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim, and Hindu, or a Christian? Those are the type of religions that I know. So number 3, we have the fearful ego. You fear a lot. And fear comes with a lot of anxiety. Maybe you want to start that business, but you fear. And you fear the results. It's not that you don't have the money. It's not that you cannot start that business, but you fear the consequences. Everything that we do has consequences. So if you find yourself that you fear that you don't want to start a certain business because you feel like maybe it might fail, you don't want to go to that to look for that education because you fear maybe you might not even get a job. The fearful ego, you should let that go. It's an ego. If you find yourself fearing, that's an ego, and that ego will keep you not to progress in life. You're going to remain poor and poorer and poor. Yesterday I talked about the 7 mentalities that keeps people poor, and if you find yourself being poor because of fear, of the fearful ego, that can be caused maybe by the people that are surrounding you. And that the fearful ego, it comes from your mind, your mindset. And your mindset is triggered by the people that are surrounding you. Yesterday I talked about the mentalities, and the mentalities are the things that we think, how we believe. You know, at the end of the day, people that are around you are the one that determines who you become. So you are a product of your environment, and it is very easy to have a certain mentality because of your surrounding. So if you have a fearful ego, then keep people that are fearful around you. That's the mentality that you will have, and you will never grow, you will never be rich, you will never progress in life. Oh, you are Hindu. Pratap, yes. We say all the best instead of amen. Yes, the religiously we say amen, and all the best, it is like you're wishing someone good luck. You're wishing them well. So number 4, the other thing is the comfort zone ego. That's quite interesting. We have these people that you get something, you're comfortable with it. The first time you bought your smartphone, you're like, this is the best. I am comfortable with it. You don't want to grow. You buy something, you struggle, you get something, then you relax. You don't have to relax. I want you to grow. I want to grow. So if you find yourself being comfortable with whatever you are, you're content with whatever you are, you're not going to be rich. No. If you come from maybe from a humble background, God has given you this business idea. You've gone and started it. Now it's giving you some profit. Instead of using the profit maybe to to please your family back, to take care of them. It is not wrong to take care of them, but when the business is new, I usually tell people, focus on growing that business. So don't be comfortable. Yes, this is what I usually get from this business and I think I am okay with it. Try to enlarge your business. Try to grow. So if you find yourself being comfortable with anything that you have, that's an ego that you need to let go. Believing and dreaming is both different things. Believe and dream. For example, how do I put this one? I'm looking for a good example that I can use to distinguish between believing and dreaming. Dreaming is not going to bed and dream. No. Believe, how do I put this one? Believe is something that maybe, okay, when I was young, I used to believe that I will grow old. I am only expecting that I am going to grow old, and maybe it happens. But what will I do when I become old? I have a dream. When I was allow me to laugh at myself first, because when I was at I was in class 4 when the teacher used to ask us, what would you like to be when you grow up? I used to say I want to become a neurosurgeon. That's a dream. I only dream of becoming a neurosurgeon when I was in class 4. But right now, I'm not even in the medical field. What really happened? I just had only a dream. A dream is a desire of something. It's a desire that you want to be somewhere. But the belief, it is something that usually, I believe is something that, yes, I dream to become a doctor, but I believe I can do this. That is, believe you're going to put in the work. Yes, if I do this, I believe I'll be there. If I take this loan, I believe I will be on the other side of the road. So you believe, I believe at least is accompanied by the action. What will you choose, believing to be rich or dreaming to be rich? So I have to choose between two, believing and dreaming. Those, I think I will have to go with both of them. We do things that we believe we can. I want to become the best entrepreneur. I want to become the best coach. I have to believe in that. But the coaching, the belief of becoming the best coach, underline the word best coach, or the best in whatever I dream of, because that's a dream. That is something that is in the future. But without the belief, I can't do anything. So I have to take both of them. They must work hand on hand. I believe I can do this. I will put in the work. I will do the action for me to reach out to my dreams. I should choose one. I find them to work hard on one. They have to work, both of them. Yes, I have a dream. Even a kid that is maybe in the lower class schooling, they have their own dreams. But they believe they will be there. They will be there maybe someday. So, if there is no dream, there is no belief, and if there is no belief, there is no dream. What would you choose? Ask Pratap. Between believing and dreaming. And how can you handle those two? Because I believe what I believe. You know, you believe you can be rich. That's something that you see that's something that can come true. We all believe in God. We believe in God. We believe that He exists. That is why we have to do the godly things. You cannot be successful if you don't. You cannot be successful in your dream if you don't believe. During the believing, why you need a believe during the process of achieving your dreams, you need that trust, that belief. I don't know, kikwetu we say that unaamini. I don't know whether that there is someone that is from Kenya can understand that you have that passion. You know, with that belief, you keep going. You cannot get into your dreams not unless you have something that is keeping you motivated. Yes, I have failed because there must be some failures in every success. So if you fail for the first time, what keeps you going? It is the belief that you have. Yes, I believe I can do this. Yes, but I think everyone dream, but very less believe. That's why people scared to try something new. Yes, it's very true. Very few have. Everyone has a dream. Let's begin from there. You have a dream to become something, but the belief. If you're not driven by the belief to achieve your dreams, you're not going to do something. You're not going to do anything in this life. Let's move to number 5. We have the judgmental ego. Mr. Judge, you're not even a judge even in your country. You don't know anything about you don't know anything to do with courts, but you're there judging people. The judgmental ego. You find yourself judging people out of nothing. Maybe that car is not his. Maybe he or she has borrowed it. Maybe she borrowed that. Maybe she bought that car with a loan. You're there to judge, and the judgmental ego comes with some jealous. You have to agree on that. If you're judging someone negatively, you're judging it because you cannot afford it in the first place, or maybe you can't get it, so you're judging other people. If you find yourself being so judgmental, look up on yourself, do a U-turn. If you're so judgmental, you have to do a U-turn and go back to where you started thinking, or to where you started judging people. It is not good. That's an ego that keeps people to be very humble. They don't want to progress. They become poor. They keep being poor, because if you find someone with a V8, if you find someone with a Jeep, and you're there judging them, instead of trying to know how did they get that money to buy that Jeep. You see, you're hindering yourself those opportunities to grow. For you to be rich, you have to let the judgmental ego away. Pratap, you're asking where you're reading. I have written them in a book whereby I have to arrange them, because I arrange them. Before I come to teach something, I have to know what I am teaching, and I have to put them down. There are 13 of them. I might say this one, skip the other one, skip the other one. I'm just trying to be protocol. at least to be organized. I've written them in a book, just in short form, Oh, Caribbean girl, how are you? You're welcome. Thank you for joining. We are talking about some of the things that keeps us poor and how we can avoid them. You're so much welcome. Structured. Yes, I have written them in a short book, in my notebook. Before I teach, I have to be at least programmed from the first one to the last one. So number 6, we have the excuse ego. So the excuse ego, you're always there on an excuse. You see these people that are always giving an excuse. I cannot do this because of this and that and that. I cannot start a business because I'm too old, because I don't have capital, because maybe I'm like this, because of this and that. So you have an excuse that, okay, an excuse ego is brought up by something that is already there. And let me give a very simple example. You see this, I'm sorry to use this example. You see these people, maybe they don't have hands, they are disabled in some way. You find that person can do something, but they don't want to do it because they feel like they are less of themselves. So that's an excuse. Because we see the same people that are disabled doing some businesses. There is this musician in Kenya that is blind, but he's the best singer in Kenya in the gospel field. So he never took the blindness to be an excuse for them to do what they love. So if you find yourself, you're always there giving yourself so many excuses, yes, that thing is there. The situation maybe is there, but the fact that you're giving yourself an excuse, I cannot do this because I'm like this, I cannot do this business here because I look like this, especially when we blacks, when we tend to visit other countries, maybe in the UK, in the US, there is this racism. You find yourself like you feel like you're less of yourself. Stop giving that an excuse to yourself. What I mean is that that's a situation that is there, but don't let that excuse to hinder you from doing what you want to do. So if you find yourself, you're always excusing yourself, that's an ego that you should let go. Learn to accept yourself and do whatever you want to do. It will be successful. Pratap, cool. Is there any other platform to talk to you and get some advice? So for business, you can find me. I've given those platforms here. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram as Mukami Joy, on TikTok as Joy Mukami, and also and also on Facebook. Let me give you one of my accounts on Facebook. That is Mukami Joy. You can search me there, or Joy Mukami. Those are my business Facebook accounts. So you can find me in those two accounts, those Facebook accounts. Also, if you want to do business with me, I have a business number that is +254 74343 2787. So That is how you can find me. If you want me to repeat my number, comment below. Maybe you've missed out a number. Let me repeat. That is +254 7 4 3 4 3 2 7 8 7. Let's continue. We have this other thing that we call the pleasing ego. We have different types of egos. We've said number 7. Is it number 7? Yes, it's number 7. The people pleasing ego. You find yourself, you want to please everyone. There is nothing wrong with helping others, because pleasing comes with helping. You want to do something for people, you want to make them feel nice on your expense. There is nothing wrong with even helping people. But if you feel like you're helping people in your neglecting yourself, you're trying to please people. For example, okay, me as a firstborn, yes, I am working, I am doing business, but if I have to sacrifice my business to give the money, maybe to take my brother to school who is schooling, I might be wrong, because I am not doing it out of my concern or out of my consent. I am doing it to please someone else. It is not my responsibility to make other people happy. That is not my responsibility. So know your limit. It is not bad to help others, but know your limits. At least don't neglect yourself. You have to become fast. If you find yourself you're doing things just to impress people, that's a people's pleasing ego, and that will not make you to improve. You're not even going to get rich, because instead of improving yourself, you're there trying to make someone else out there happy. So that's an ego that you should let go. You should limit yourself. And I have said there is nothing wrong with helping others. There is nothing wrong with helping others, but you have to have a limit. Stop neglecting yourself with so that you can help others, so that you can do things for others. If you're working maybe in a certain company, one of your fellow gets sick, there is nothing with taking the work that they usually do, but you don't have to always doing that. Maybe the time that you're using to do their work, you should be doing something else. Maybe you have a business, you have a side hustle. Now you've sacrificed not to go to attend to your side hustle for you to work for your colleague. Yes, they will be happy, they will be impressed, but what about you? What of this, or what of your other business, the side hustle that you have? That's my point. Yes, it's good to help others, but not too much to an extent of neglecting yourself. I note down the number, but where to use? That's my WhatsApp number. That is my WhatsApp number, Pratap. Yeah, send me a message there. You can, maybe you can do 1, 2, 3 things. Yeah, that's my biggest problem, that I am too emotional and I always try to please people, regret later. I feel I am dumb sometimes. You have to check up on that. There is nothing wrong with helping people, but if you feel like you're helping people and you feel that pain, you feel like you're regretting that you're trying to please people, you don't have to do that. First of all, if you're in business, emotions have to be aside. We have to agree on that, Pratap. if you're in business, try your best to keep your emotions out of your business, because you meet all type of people, all type of clients, the ones that are going to make you angry for nothing, the ones that are going to be so emotional to you in such a way that, you know, you might end up selling to people at a loss because you want to please them. Maybe they have come there, they have given you something that got you emotional. You've been talking to them, you've now felt emotional, you end up selling at a loss. So when it comes to that, when it comes to business and any other platform, if you feel like you're helping on your expense, like you're helping, yes, the other person will be happy, but you will leave yourself feeling regretting, then you have to stop that. You just have to control it. It might not end maybe in one day, but try. It's a step by step. We keep on I said we keep on learning, we keep on introducing habits. So if you develop that habit of always at least including yourself, even before you do something, at least you include yourself and make sure that you're not regretting whatever you're doing. So for me, I start it as an habit. Yes, you have to learn to say no, and there is nothing wrong with saying I don't want this, because people will also get to respect you when you master saying no. People, they will know that you're confident about yourself. You're not someone that will always be taken for granted. They cannot even use you. Yes, that's an ego that you should check up on. Try to avoid it. Form it to be a habit. Yes, because you cannot, if you have any of these egos, that is not something that you can just sit down and say, I am not going to be doing this. It's something that you have to make it habit. Make it as an habit from day to day. Within maybe the end of this year, you will be fine. We have this other ego that is the justification ego. You're always trying to justify yourself. I am like this. I think I can't do this because you're just there. You're just there trying to justify yourself. I don't have enough capital. I don't have capital. That is why I cannot do this business. It's a situation, yes, that is there, but you're okay with it. Imagine someone telling, and this usually happens to these people that have been traumatized. If you have any trauma and you find yourself you're trying to overcome it, and you find it like it is not that easy, instead of trying different methods of overcoming that trauma, you just justify yourself. Yes, I am like that, so what? I have just to live with it. The moment you find yourself, this is the problem, this is what I think happens to me, and then you get comfortable with it and you justify it, it's like you're stamping it. Yes, I will remain poor, so you've stamped that. No, that's an ego that you should let go. You should check up on it, you should avoid it, you should try to work out on it and make it a habit, not to get justified by even these small mistakes that we make. Pratap, you're saying, yeah, you're right. Even if I am doing good for them, I am not getting anything in return. So it's better to say no. Yes, if you feel like you're helping too much, you don't have to continue doing that. And these people that usually don't know how to say no, they get used a lot. People's pleasers usually get used a lot. And maybe that can form a trauma. And you end up justifying that. If I don't do this, no one else can do. So you justify that. So you're also introducing other egos to your life, of which you have to learn to say no. And Pratap, start saying no to some things, and you'll see how people that are even going to avoid you, they will be handling you with a lot of respect. They will be there knowing that this is a person that now is even disciplined. They have respected themselves, so you can't do some things to them. And that is why you will find not everyone can joke with me. Why? Because there are some things that I usually say no, I am not comfortable with you doing this to me. And why are you doing this? So those are just egos that we usually find ourselves with. And number 9, we have the jealous ego. You feel bad for someone. You're not even related to them, but you feel bad that they have something. In Africa, they usually say microwave brings cancer. I cannot buy a microwave because I don't want to consume that. I don't want to have cancer. Maybe it's something that usually exists. But why do you have to feel bad for someone that has? You're saying it because you cannot afford it. Oh, I cannot keep my food on fridge because the food from the fridge has some bacteria or whatever. Those myths that usually exist. You're feeling bad because of someone having something. That's the jealous ego. That's a jealous ego. Why do you have to feel bad because someone has a V8? You feel so bad that someone has a Jeep. Why? That is something that you should not even. That's an ego. If you find yourself feeling bad for someone that has not even wronged you in any way because they have something that you don't have, that's jealous ego. It is always good or nice not to criticize these people because they acquire something that we can't afford or we cannot do. If he or she is a marathoner, that's a talent. If you cannot run like him or her, stop feeling bad. Stop criticizing running, because that is something that you cannot do. Be happy for people's success. Whatever they have, they worked for it. So, Pratap, you're saying, yes, I promise to God. Now onwards, I will say no sometimes when I feel I should say no. Yes, it's very important to say no when you feel like this is not for me. No, I can't do this. It's very okay to say no. There is nothing wrong with saying no. If you don't like dressing in a certain way, don't dress like that to please anyone. No, you have the right to say no. You are all grown-ups. If you say no, who will beat you in the first place? Who will fight you? No one. Now we have the fake ego. Pratap. Yes, I'm here. My name is Joy. We also have the fake ego. You're trying to look in a certain way that you're not. The fake ego usually comes with a lot of lies, because maybe you see these people that usually hire cars. Someone can hire a car just to go to the up country to show their villagers that out there that he or she owns a car. Why do you have to fake it? The fake ego. Instead of working hard that you're going to get that car, you just tell yourself, I'm going to hire this car, and whenever I'm going home, I will be going to show them that I have this car. So who is not progressing? So it is you. It is you who is just sitting there. You're not progressing, you're not growing, you're not going to be rich because there is something that you're depending on. You have your own solution. But the solution is not to acquire yours, it is to rent one. The fake ego that keeps people down. We can't get rich with this fake ego. Another one here, very interesting. That is the number 11 ego, the shy ego. You like this? I don't want to go to that job interview. I can't speak. I come from a certain background. I don't know. I don't have good clothes. You know, you're shy about everything. When you're talking to your clients, you're shying off. When you're going everywhere, you cannot express yourself. And that is something that has happened to me. And the shy ego usually comes with the anxiety. You feel so anxious. You cannot express yourself. That is something that I personally has passed through. I've been trying my best to work out on it. I'm still working out on it. At least not to be shy. You know, you might be knowing something, but you cannot express it because you feel shy. I cannot speak in public. Why? Because I'm shy. Now, you are shy, you're not expressing yourself. Even those opportunities that you feel like you could have, you might fail to have them because if maybe you want to apply for a job, maybe a job in a bank, or maybe already you are working in a certain company, you will see because you're always shy. If there are opportunities that come, you might be the best, but a company needs someone that can represent them or present them in a good way. So if you go there and you're talking like this, you're not even concentrating. Maybe you're looking to the left, you're not even concentrating anywhere. The company might fail to give you that opportunity just because you're shy. So you have just to work out on it. I am a victim of a shy ego. And trust me, the way I was last year is not the same way I am right now. I have been trying my best to let the shy ego, and this usually happens to the introverts. You see, introverts, they like spending a lot of time with them. Those people, they are very courageous when they are alone. But the moment there are other people, they are very shy. I'm almost done, Pratap. Yes, you can take a break. We are on the number 12, ego. We have the people's opinion, ego. That is where now you cannot make your own decision. You're always depending on other people's opinion. You're waiting for someone to tell you, yes, you can do it. So you're waiting for someone to push you to do something. Like you want to start a business, a certain business, you're waiting for someone to come and tell you, yes, I think that is a good business opportunity, so you can do it. So at first, you couldn't do that business because maybe you felt you need someone's opinion. You have to be a good decision maker. If you are, especially in business, waiting for people's opinions, it will be so hard. The only opinion that you can listen to when you're in business, maybe it is your customers. They need the services, they are like this, and they come like Many of them, they are telling you, they suggest something for you. That's their opinion. And because you're dealing with solving a problem to them, maybe they like the value that you sell to them. At least there you can take that opinion. But if you want to do something, you want to buy a good cloth, you have to confirm from someone. Do you think this is will really look good on me? If you find yourself, you're always looking for other people's opinion, that's an ego that you should let go. I was about to ask that, Pratap, but I'm almost done. Actually, we are on the number 13. I said I'm talking about the 13 egos, but if I will go out from your live, then I can miss some valuable teaching from you. I'm almost done, Pratap. Let's talk about the last one, that is the number 13, and the do-yourself ego. So this is whereby you feel like, not unless I do this, no one can do this better than me. I had this ego when I was in high school. I usually wanted to do everything for myself. In fact, even if I am studying, I wanted to do everything for myself. If it's for food, I want to cook that food because I feel like I am the one who can do it best. If it's for cleaning clothes, I couldn't believe anyone else can do it for me nicely the way I can. And how does that even affect us on daily lives? You feel like not unless you do it yourself, it can never go well. But when it comes to business field, you will need some people. You will need the help of some people. Imagine having a person that can do something for you even when you're not there. Maybe you had a problem. That problem, you cannot solve it by yourself. You need someone that knows someone that can solve your problem. That's very simple. In daily lives, or especially in business, you need people that can also solve a problem you yourself cannot solve. So if you have someone in your life, you have a mentor, you have a coach, you have a prayer partner, you have a trainer, you have someone that can do something that you cannot do it by yourself. For example, Pratap, you want to engage yourself in export business, but you don't know someone, but you cannot do it by yourself. So you need someone that will do it for you, someone that will give you those buyers, someone that will do that research nicely. So if you believe that not unless I do it by myself, that is something that is not going to work out. So for you to be rich, you will need people. Any wealthy person in this world, they never did everything for themselves. Like for now, I am here, but my business has to be operating. I am not the one that is doing that. There is someone that is doing that on my behalf. So those are the 13 egos that we should let go for us to become rich, for us to become wealthy, for us to progress. I usually tell people, wealth can't be created in a day, not even in a year. This year you achieve this, next year you achieve something else, next year, the other year, and the other years to come, you achieve different things. And if you look at these wealthy people, most of them, you hear someone, oh, when I was at my 20s, I usually used to do this and this and that. I failed somewhere, I had to wake up. now I'm at 40, I own this, I have this, I have this. What does that tell us? That wealth creation is a process. We have to agree on that. It's a process. You see, there is a clip that I saw on TikTok some other time as I was scrolling. There is this billionaire from the UK. He was just interviewed by these people that goes interviewing people. So he was asked, how did you manage to become a millionaire? He said, I am not a millionaire, but a billionaire. So what was shocking is that he was asked, how did you make those billions and billions of dollars? He was said, yes, I did not start from scratch, because I operate in the hospitality field. I have different hotels in different countries. So I started from millionaire to be a billionaire. So the father, he inherited the millions from the father and turned the millions to billions. So what does that even tell us? If you come from a humble background, make sure before you go to where people usually go at the end of the day, your children and great-grandchildren has something to take care of them, and they have even the knowledge. So if what I usually do, I have to teach even my children and my generation to come, and make sure that the generation continues. That is why they usually say the rich continue to be richer while the poor continue to be poorer. Why? It's because they have the norm is the same. So I have this item, I teach my kids how to do some things, and make sure the generation continues like that. So you teach even your kids to be accountable of everything in terms of management of finances, in terms of being accountable of discipline, and everything that it takes for you to become rich. So tell me, what ego do you have? Me, I had shy ego, and the do it's all ego. But let me tell you, I had to let it go, and I have made it a habit. I don't have to do everything by myself. I don't have to be shy when I'm talking to people, because that is how I open doors for myself, and I open doors for my clients. So any questions so far? We are done with today's topic. I don't know whether I will have time tomorrow. Maybe we can talk about something else. Thank you so much, Pratap, for being here. And you've been very active. I'm so happy. I'm glad you're here. You've taken me through all along. I'm just happy that some of us have learned something. I really appreciate your presence here. Yes. I don't know where J5 is. He can tell us what he has learned today. Pratap, thank you so much. You're saying that I explained everything very well. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you found everything to be interesting. And I just thank God that at least you've learned something. That is my joy. I don't need 10 people. I don't need 20 people to learn. I just only need one or two. Because if you get to learn something, I know there's someone out there that is going to learn from you. Thank you so much. Pratap, you've learned that you need to change your mindset. Yes, mindset is triggered by people that are surrounding you. Just do your research and you'll tell me. Some of the things that you usually do, you don't do them because maybe you feel it's good or it's bad to do them, but because of how you found things being done, and the people, how you see people do things, so that triggers your mindset. So if you come from if you're surrounding yourself with rich people, and basically not, I don't mean people with big money. We have these people that have a lot of money but they don't know how to manage it. But you have these people with little money but they are good managers of money. So if you find yourself being surrounded by people that are improving you, they are doing the right things the right way, you'll find yourself doing the same thing that they are doing. If you work with rich people, even if you're rich, even if you're not rich at the moment, be sure you're going to be rich, because they will keep pushing you to be in their level. Thank you so much for joining. So any questions, you can comment here before I leave. It was really an amazing live. I was happy to converse with you guys. I thank God at least I found time. Sometimes I really find hard to get time to talk to you guys, because I can't remember the last time I was here live. I joined here yesterday and I said that I am going to create time for you guys today. I have delivered, I have kept my promise. Yes. Joy, thank you for your valuable time and teachings. I will text you soon. Thank you so much. I also appreciate you for you to be here. I don't take it for granted. Yes. Can I see you some other times, guys? Let me see you some other time. Yes, and have a good night, because here we are almost at night. Let me see the time. We are at 6:46 in the evening, so it's it's um it's an evening. So let me say good evening and good night. Yes, let me do something else. Thank you for your time. Let me see you some other time. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Pratap.